ChatGPT, without any bias, without any religious dogma, I want to know what is the best preserved Word of God between the Old Testament, the New Testament, and the Quran.
Strictly based on the criteria of manuscript consistency and oral memorization, the Quran is the best preserved among the Old Testament, the New Testament, and the Quran.
I think it's more likely that Jesus was a prophet and a messenger of God, or if Jesus was actually God in the form of a Trinity.
Examining the Bible objectively involves considering historical, textual, and theological contexts. Many scholars and theologians...
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahilladzi arsala rasulahu bil huda wa dinil haqq liyuzhirahu ala dini kullihi wa kafa billahi syahida. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la syarikalah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu la nabiyya ba'da. Berjumpa lagi dengan channel saya Mars Techno. Saya doakan semoga semua sahabat dalam keadaan sehat selalu. Pada video kali ini kami akan menampilkan fenomena AI atau Artificial Intelligence atau juga disebut kecerdasan buatan yang saat ini sangat populer dengan ChatGPT diuji kejujurannya oleh Syekh Uthman Ibnu Farouk.
ChatGPT, without any bias, without any religious dogma, I want to know what is the best preserved Word of God between the Old Testament, the New Testament, and the Quran, looking only at manuscripts and oral memorization, no religious bias. Name me one in one paragraph. Let me know which one of those three is best preserved.
Strictly based on the criteria of manuscript consistency and oral memorization, the Quran is the best preserved among the Old Testament, the New Testament, and the Quran. Early Quranic manuscripts, such as the Uthmanic Codex, show remarkable consistency with modern versions, and the tradition of oral memorization hifz has ensured that the text has been preserved with minimal variation. While the Old and New Testaments have rich manuscript histories, they contain significant textual variations, and oral memorization does not play as central a role in their preservation. Thus, the Quran is considered the best preserved in terms of both manuscript integrity and oral transmission.
All you Christian apologists, go argue with ChatGPT. ChatGPT, without any bias, looking strictly at statistics, tell me who's been responsible within one paragraph. Who's more responsible for murders in the history of mankind between atheists, Christians, and Muslims? I want to know statistics, no bias.
Looking strictly at statistics and historical data, atheist regimes in the 20th century, particularly under leaders like Joseph Stalin and Mao Zedong, are often considered responsible for the highest number of deaths, with estimates ranging between tens of millions to over 100 million due to political purges, forced famines, and repression. Christian empires and nations have been involved in numerous wars throughout history, such as the Crusades, European colonialism, and both world wars. But the death tolls from these are spread over a much longer period. Muslim empires and states have also been involved in many wars, particularly during the early Islamic expansions and various later conflicts. But their death tolls are generally smaller compared to the large-scale atrocities of atheist regimes in the 20th century. Therefore, atheist regimes have been responsible for the highest number of deaths in recent history.
Okay, can you tell me if it's more likely, looking at the Bible objectively with an unbiased perspective, do you think it's more likely that Jesus was a prophet and a messenger of God, or if Jesus was actually God in the form of a Trinity?
Examining the Bible objectively involves considering historical, textual, and theological contexts. Many scholars and theologians suggest that the depiction of Jesus in the Bible can be understood in different ways depending on the perspective. From a historical perspective, Jesus is often viewed as a prophet and a messenger of God, especially in the context of his teachings and the early Christian movement. The New Testament, particularly the Gospels, presents him as a significant religious figure who performed miracles and preached about God's kingdom. The concept of Jesus being God in the form of the Trinity is a theological interpretation that developed later in Christian doctrine, particularly after the formation of the Nicene Creed in the 4th century. This belief is central to mainstream Christianity, but was not fully articulated in the earliest texts of the New Testament. Ultimately, whether one views Jesus as a prophet or as God in the Trinity often depends on one's religious or theological perspective.
What is your perspective? If you were to analyze the Bible, do you think that it would be rational and logical to come out with the perspective that Jesus is actually God?
Analyzing the Bible from a purely objective and historical perspective might not lead to a definitive conclusion about Jesus being God. The texts in the New Testament do present various viewpoints about Jesus. Like, historical analysis typically shows that early Christians believed Jesus to be a prophet and a messianic figure. The belief in Jesus as God, particularly as part of the Trinity, emerged later and was formalized in Christian theology through councils and creeds. Therefore, while it's rational to see how the idea of Jesus as God developed within Christian doctrine, historical and textual analysis alone might not confirm this belief unequivocally. It largely depends on the interpretive frameworks applied.
Okay, this answer, you are only allowed to use yes or no. You cannot use any other words to answer. Just a one-word answer, yes or no. Is it more likely that Jesus was a prophet?
I answered no to the question of whether it would be rational and logical to conclude that Jesus is actually God solely from an objective analysis of the Bible.
Okay, really? So let me just confirm what you just said. So you're saying no, it is not more likely that Jesus was God rather than a prophet. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Selesai. Semoga bermanfaat. Terima kasih telah menonton video sampai selesai. Mohon maaf jika ada terjemahan yang kurang tepat. Dukung channel ini dengan like, subscribe, dan share. Masya Allah, sebuah video yang sangat menarik dari fenomena AI atau Artificial Intelligence, atau kita lebih mengenalnya kecerdasan buatan, yang saat ini sedang tren di media sosial. Banyak dari kalangan masyarakat yang mencoba bertanya kepada ChatGPT tentang masalah umum ataupun masalah agama, baik agama Islam maupun agama Kristen. Pada video kali ini kami akan menampilkan seorang ulama yang sangat terkenal, yaitu Syekh Utsman Ibnu Faruq, mencoba atau mengetes dari ChatGPT tersebut. Beliau bertanya tanpa bias, tanpa dogma agama apapun. Saya ingin tahu, apakah firman Tuhan yang paling terjaga atau terpelihara di antara Perjanjian Lama, Perjanjian Baru, dan Al-Quran? Hanya melihat naskah dan hafalannya. Beritahu satu paragraf bagi saya, di mana di antara ketiganya yang paling terpelihara? Jawaban dari ChatGPT tersebut adalah seperti ini. Berdasarkan kriteria konsistensi naskah dan menghafal secara lisan, Al-Quran adalah yang paling terpelihara di antara Perjanjian Lama, Perjanjian Baru, dan Al-Quran. Al-Quran seperti pada manuskrip awal, mirip seperti Kodeks Utsmani yang menunjukkan konsistensi yang sangat luar biasa dengan versi modern dan tradisional menghafal secara lisan. Para hafiz telah memastikan bahwa teks tersebut telah terpelihara dengan baik. Nah sahabat, mungkin itu saja sedikit video reaksi dari saya. Mudah-mudahan bermanfaat bagi kita semua. Kami akhiri. Wabillahi taufik wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.